Yo, what's going on, guys? It is Whiteboard Reactions. Come back with another reactional video. And now today, we're once again taking a dive into the Shadowlands Afterlife or World of Warcraft universe. This is a Shadowlands Afterlife. This is Revendreth. I think that's how you say it. This is one came out about a couple of days ago. And I think this is going to be like the vampire sort of ones. I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking crap. But these Shadowlands have been very, very good. Now, I have said in the previous ones that I don't actually like the style. I don't like that drawn sort of movement. But I tell you what, and we've said this in virtually almost every video, and we'll probably say in this one as well, it does create a very strong effect because you don't see him like talking. So I've really actually been quite enjoying this, and I hope you guys have too. You guys' feedback has been absolutely amazing. But today we're going to be doing the Revendreth. This will be the last one until the next one comes out, and then I think we've got some league stuff to do, so make sure you stay tuned for that. We've got 3 minutes and 56 seconds to work with. Without further ado, guys, let's get straight into it. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay.
To the good people of Revendreth.
Tell you what.
It is with optimism that I address you today. Though these are challenging times. Firstly, I assure you that our holy mission to help the most violent and wicked souls atone for their sins is and always will be our utmost priority. Our rituals are effective. Our judgment keen but fair. We, Venthyr, remain committed to bringing eventual redemption to all who desire it. It is through your faithful work that even the most evil and prideful beings may ultimately be spared an eternity in the maw. Unfortunately, of late, the flow of such hubris-ridden souls has virtually ceased. And as a result, anima, our most precious resource, is in dwindling supply. Even we, the faithful who extract the anima, have not been spared the effects of this mysterious drought. Yes, we still have our old reliables, our workhorses. Yet I fear they will not be enough. We are doing everything in our power to gather more anima. But, simply put, we must all, rich and poor alike, make sacrifices for the greater good. Therefore, I have decided to implement a strategy of conservation and rationing, which should keep the anima flowing to those most in need. In this manner, we will keep our people strong and our land healthy, despite the efforts of those who would use this crisis to further their own ends and rebel against the rightful structures of our society. Rest assured, we shall bring these miscreants to justice. With fairness and mercy, of course. I am, after all, nothing if not compassionate. My loyal subjects,
Say so?
we are doing all that can be done to stimulate anima production and fulfill Revendreth's honorable purpose. Remain devout and resolute, and know that I will lead us all into a brighter future.
If that ain't propaganda, I don't know what is. Like, that is like 101 propaganda. I mean, it starts off quite, like, really intense. And it's a bit of an odd one. It was like a brainwashing sort of place. So I think this is like, sort of, maybe not exactly like old-fashioned vampires, but like the vampire equivalent of World of Warcraft. I mean, there's not tons to actually talk about. It's quite a difficult one. I mean, they have this sort of, like, these are orcs. So I take it, they extract this essence. What do they call it? I can't remember what it's called now. But the one thing that's actually a little bit different is that the intro, it was kind of like, this is getting his life sucked out of him. He ain't dead yet. So it's a different intro from the rest, which I'm a bit curious about to see if this place is going to be actually a little bit different.
Though these are challenging times. Firstly, I assure you that our holy mission...
Trying to find what it's called.
To help the most wicked atone for their sins is...
What is it called?
Always, all our authority effective. Our judgment keen, but...
Wait, are they... So who are these people? So do they like... Because one thing I was a bit confused of is like... When these people, I thought these were like criminals of their society and this is like their sort of punishment. But I'm really confused of what these are. So these are like the vampires and they're sucking like the life essence out of them. But I don't know what this big thing is though. The maw.
Eternity in the maw.
Okay.
Unfortunately, of late, the flow of such hubris-ridden souls has virtually ceased.
The one thing I do also like, I just want to quickly point out is that while he's like narrating this, I think, well, like you saw with the guy with writing it down, he's basically telling him what to write. And he's written it down, so this is like kind of maybe what's going through the leader's head. Or maybe this could be going through the writer's head. It could be depending, like this is what we're seeing in a minute. So I'm not entirely sure.
The faithful who extract the anima have not been spared the effects of this.
Anima. So anima is, I take it, is life source. Now these are like the pores. So the one thing I find quite interesting about this one is that you look at all the other sort of... the Bastion, the Maldraxxus, and what was the one we did yesterday? I can't actually remember which one that was called now. We done it recently, I can't remember what it's called, but you know what I'm talking about with the, when they're in the forest? Very different way of life, but this is like quite realistic. I mean, think about it, you've got a ruler who is a liar, a thief, and doesn't care for his people. You have the lower class of society that basically they take everything from. And then the higher class of society seems to, you know, get more, it seems to be. And again, you could say otherwise. But I quite like the way they're kind of going off that sort of perception. It's kind of like this real life sort of thing, isn't it? And then look, then the rich lives. And even though he says the rich and poor must come together, but in reality, in this society, the rich is just basically living off it and they're fucking the poor over. So I quite like that aspect of it's kind of like mankind in the real world. It's always been like that sort of way, isn't it? It was very like prominent like that a long time ago, where maybe in recent days you guys might agree or disagree. It's kind of seeming like everyone is relatively equal, I guess, in a certain sense. There is a lot of opportunities out there. So this is really like feeding on that sort of the working class. The rich is always, you know, feeding off the working class, which again, you guys can agree or disagree. It depends on how you view it. And what you're experiencing is, so they're crouched to humble back. These are just holding it up like it's just a drink, where these are holding it like it's their life essence, which I quite like. You see the difference between them. And obviously he runs. There's always that one that runs in it and goes back to him. And then the giant gargoyle-looking motherfucker comes along. And then he goes, of course, with mercy, blah, blah, blah. And he puts him in the sun, which is, again, that vampire sort of thing. And then he dies. Now, the one thing I like, obviously, he's like a servant.
That can be done to
and then he pours it in. Again, it's just like nothing. It's just like drinking a glass of water, where the people is like, it's like living gold to them. You know, so I really like that sort of little, I wouldn't say twist. It's very like cliche. You know, it's that very cliche where the rich are just always feeding off this, and then the poor is always doing this, and it's always like I quite like that aspect. It's a bit different from the ones that we've seen. I don't know. You guys could let me know, but again, there's not much to really talk about that one. There's not a lot of like hidden messages. That's basically it. That's what the video is showing. Cinematography wise, yeah, there's not too much. The only one I can really think about is when he's pouring the glass like this, and then obviously you have the guy who's writing it. Look at his face, and he sees it pour and his eyes go up and he's like, oh my god, that looks so delicious, or he's going, it's really sad. And that's, again, it reinforces that sort of the different classes of society. Interesting. I don't know if you guys agree or disagree. You can let me know in the comments as always. But that's it from me. There's not much else I can really react to. If you guys have enjoyed it, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and comment down below your thoughts on it. If you've perceived it any other way, or if I've missed anything out, please let me know in the comments. I know you guys do that anyway, but I appreciate it as always. But yeah, that's it for me, guys. Thank you for staying with me till the end. This is Whiteboard Reactions, signing off this video. Until the next one, have a good rest of your day. I'll see you later. Peace out. Take care, guys.